Hiya peeps, Lee here at Cariad, Lee the drum. Today we have with us, look at that, a Speed King pedal by Ludwig, the brand new one. He's only just getting into the UK at around the time of this video. We've had this one in about a week or so while I've been trying to get this video done. But also what I have with me, look, at the back here, is the original Speed King. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little chat about the Speed King itself and the differences between the old and the new. The first thing to mention is the fact that they've kept it pretty much identical to the original. You either go with just the name and change everything completely, or you stick to the original setup. And Ludwig have decided that. And I think that's very important for a lot of people because they like that Speed King original feel. They love the way the pedals did work. However, sometimes they were called the Squeak King because there would be a squeak developed in the pedal itself. This one is pretty good. Interestingly, it wasn't always that there was the bearing. Although the sound felt like it was coming from there, it was actually more from here. And that's a point for us to know because Ludwig have changed something there that will stop that squeak happening. So what have they done? A couple of little improvements. That's basically it. But they've tried to keep it, as we said, as original as they can. First thing, a little kinder on your drum hoop. It comes with a little patch that you can put onto the drum hoop itself to protect the hoop. It comes with the rubbers attached there. So it's a simple improvement, but yet it means a lot. Whereas the original just came as the aluminium, but it had a steel plate that was quite vicious towards any hoop that it come in contact with, unless it's a metal hoop, but certainly would rip into the wooden hoops. So what they've done this time is they've changed that and they put a kinder flatter feel on that aluminium locking plate instead. Slightly beefier bolt in there as opposed to just a split pin. And also what they've done is to give you these rubber parts that pop in to where the hole is there. They got the little nipples in them there. You pop them in and they kinder to the front of the hoop as well as the hoop itself. So that's a nice improvement. Very, very simple, but a very nice little touch indeed. They then have put a thicker strap there because this is classed as a direct drive, no belt, no chain. So they've thickened up the strap and they've thickened up the beater itself here also. The other thing that they've done, rather than have a big old wing nut here, they've changed that to a drum key, as you could see on that one. And also the underside here, which was very fiddly indeed to get to, that section there, they have changed again to something a little bit more substantial and a bit neater and certainly smoother. So a couple of nice improvements there. A real simple one is the drum key, and I did have one in my pocket. I put it down somewhere, as you always do. Always losing your drum keys. So a nice little drum key, and it simply clips in there. Now again, you could say, well, hold on a minute, these are really simple, nothing improvements. However, they're actually quite a lot, because your drum hoop is important. Otherwise, it's expensive hobby changing them. So that's an important improvement, even though it's simple. Thicker there means there's a little bit more meat to the pedal in itself, which is important, and always having a drum key clipped to the pedal is vital. It happens in many, and it's underneath there, so it's really, really nice. Now, one of the other improvements that they have made is that they've actually put bearings through the section here at the heel of the plate, whereas in the past it was just a rod pinned through. As you can see here, if I bring this one over to you again, see there was just a bolt more or less going through there, and they were just riveted over, and the rivets would wear away and they would all get loose. So the new ones have a nice little Allen key going through there with an interchangeable bearing. So it's smoother and it's neater. So I would say that is the simplest but important improvements to the pedal. And another one that's really simple is they put velcros on the bottom there, look, and we've touched it to the carpet, and I tell you what, it sticks like mad. So if you have a drum mat, just having those velcros in there is really, really important, and it's good. It sticks, so you're trying to pull it off the mat is hard work. And then finally, on the plate on the underside, whereas before for the heel toe to the heel plate to move back and forth, there was a screwdriver fitting in there, and now they use it via a drum key bolt. So simple improvements, but they make the difference so that the Speed King can stay as it was. So it comes with a bag, cloth bag, so it's sort of vintage looking. It's nice. It's as light as any pedal, really. The heaviest part probably is the beater. It's very easy to just dismantle then, as they always have been. Just pop them out like that, and you pop that out. So it's very quick, very easy. You can just fold it over, even leave the beater in there and pop it in the bag. I think that's one of the big advantages with that. Look, nothing to it at all. Really easy to carry around. Still have the same adjustment for your spring under there and under there. So a small screwdriver you would need to invest in as well, flat-headed, wide, and you can adjust your springs for the pedal up there. So really nice, smooth look, works. There's no squeak in it at all. Easy to click together and easy to take apart. So let's dump it now onto the drum and let's see how she feels. This is going to be good. So the cameras are on. Put these big old headphones on. They're not plugged into anything, but they're great when you're doing videos like this regular. It's good to protect your ears, as they say. So right then, guys and girls, let's have a little look at what we've got here then. So you can dance on it. The one thing I really like is the wide plate. I think that's really nice on the pedal. A lot of pedals are a lot narrower than that. You could, depending on the size of your feet and what sort of daps you would be wearing, what sort of plimsolls or whatever shoes, you could get in there. You can't do a heel to toe. So you might have to work a little bit on that. But I do find I'm in quite far, but actually you can get your foot in there. So although you could use this for heel to toe, I wouldn't really recommend it. It's okay, but the problem is with it is that if you really kick hard on there, being a direct link, as in a piece of metal, so what we would call a direct drive, the problem you've got there then is that you're clicking the pedal. So if you click on there, it's knocking the pin against the back there, so there is a slight rattle, you hear it? So really, if you want to do a lot of heel to toe, very fast work, then the chances are you're going to get a longboard style, something that's a little bit more in length, a bit more modern in its application there. So you may, because you could get away with it with a pedal like that Atlas, but the Speed King I don't think really would be for you in that particular circumstance. However, if you're playing live and you use it occasionally, you sometimes do dig, then it'll be fine for that. But to go in a studio and do a lot of kicking, you may find the microphones will pick that up slightly. So really, this is for a nice, somebody that wants a nice, beautifully smooth pedal that just works. It's really nice for them with the traditional play and either heel down or a little bit of heel up and heel down. Heel down. Nice. Very smooth, light, it's nice and easy. Okay, so really quite easy, quite nice, relaxed. good. Again, really quite simple, quite effective. Just does what you're asking, which is all you want out of a pedal at the end of the day. With the direct drive strap being a bit thicker and being metal, it's going to hopefully last a long time. The bearings are sealed, they're locked in, twin springs, dead easy. I can't catch the springs, can you? Obviously they're not on the outside, there's no bolts undoing, they just will work, and I really like that actually. And of course it's an old iconic pedal from Ludwig, which is a lovely pedal. I would certainly use one. So in conclusion, I say good on Ludwig for doing this, because it's an iconic pedal. A lot of people absolutely love these, and there's a lot of interest as well with even younger generations thinking, wow, the Speed King that, you know, maybe your father or grandfather had, and you fancy looking at one of these. Beautiful pedal, very smooth indeed. Obviously it doesn't come in a double pedal format, and if you want a longboard, again, then this isn't the pedal for you. However, this is a super light, easy pedal. You can almost put a pair of sticks in the one pocket, wrap that up and shove the pedal in the other pocket. It's that light and easy to assemble, so it's really good. You can go around them busking, look, you've got one of each. But if you use a single pedal, this is a good pedal of choice. Nice big fat wide board there for the ball of the foot. Very easy, it works whatever your foot wants to do, it responds with you. You obviously got the adjustment on the tension of the springs there. It works a treat. It's really a lovely little pedal. And the fact of the matter is, even though some of the old ones get a little bit of a, you know, a kick in on some of the forums saying they squeak or whatever, what doesn't squeak that was built in the 1960s? How many of other brands that are around that were that old? So it's testimony to this, in that its simplicity is where its strength is. So it's a really good pedal throughout, and by improving just what they need to do, like to stop the squeak through the heel pedal, to beef it up a little bit, make it nice and smooth, make it good, and protect your hoops. It's all it needs. It's a simplistic pedal, but it's the simplicity that makes the pedal work. I just wrap it up in the bag, as I said, and put it in your hardware case. That is one lovely pedal. So if you would like to consider one of these guys, click the link below and it'll take you to the website, and you'll see the pedals and other products. Thank you to UFIP for these beautiful symbols here, the hi-hats. So there's other products on there, lots on there, and if you can, click the link as well, become a patron. Behind the scenes things, I'll be putting a lot more videos of what I get up to behind the scenes to make these videos, where I go. There's music videos on our YouTube where the Patreon shows you where we've been and so on, and more in-depth things about the techniques of playing and so on will be within the Patreon. And finally, within Patreon, you can get up to like 15.5% off one of these, but there's even more discounts on some of the products that we do. So see you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a little click of the links below. Give us a little thumbs up, because we work hard in the videos, and look after yourselves. See you soon. Ciao.